Osama Sentai KingOhger has just had its reveal press conference, and there's a lot to be desired from this, like the cast reaction to hearing their own theme song. It's like the stalest I've ever seen people react to their theme song. If that's not enough to get you excited, how about Blue's Light Up Pants, powered by battery packs in his pocket? All the fun and games aside, let's see the current info presented to us during this event 3 weeks ahead of its premiere. After 2,000 years, the Bugnarok have returned, driving the world to despair. But 5 kings will stand and fight. KingOhger, Tech King, quick-tempered and sworn loyalty. Yanma Gust, Kamakiri Ohger, everything that is beautiful will belong to her. Himeno, Ran, Papillon Ohger, their cold exterior makes those fear, but is the opposite in reality. Kanisukarita, Hachi Ohger, sneaky and shady by all means. Not everything is as it seems. Kaguraki Debowski, proper king of Shogadam. Rakulis Hasti. What story unravels here, as the one to take the mantle of Kuwagata Ohger is Gira. Used to being the villain, he's going to rule the world. Overall, the look and feel of this show is a much more self-contained universe than any of the others we've seen so far. It also appears that they are using a more advanced computer technology to render their backgrounds. The tech previously seen in the Down Bros intro and was prominently in this presser where, as opposed to having a green screen for a lot of things, they just projected backgrounds. Similar to what they showed off in The Mandalorian. The real fascinating tidbit is the cockpit for piloting the mecha, since gone are the metaphorical pedestals of pantomiming and in comes one step closer to the cockpits of G-Gundam. That's kinda hype for me right there. The cast definitely gives off their own air of smugness around themselves, but they do care about their citizens. How they interact with each other will indeed end up being a sight to behold. Can I also note that coming off the heels of Fire Emblem, like the lords and royals of those games, these guys come equipped with their own retainers and servants to support them in some way, shape, or form. Now, of course, the major standout when it comes to the cast is Gira, who is Kuwagata Ohger, being the only one who isn't a proper king of his kingdom, which makes me feel that the story might end up being a little bit more focused on him than the rest of the cast. Speaking of the cast, there are a few cool tidbits that should be addressed. Rand's actress, being a representation similar to the French aristocracy, is actually half Canadian, which does add a bit to her look of that character. Kaguraki is taking the mantle of the old guy of the squad, being 33 years old, a similar vein to Tsuyoshi in Down Bros. Now, here's hoping that he doesn't go that crazy. Rita confused the mess out of the internet regarding their gender, and the funny thing is that although the actress is female, her suit actor is the same guy who suit acts for Sononi and Down Bros. I ain't drinking water to that. Next up is the villains of the Bugnarok, headed by Desnarak VIII, with his Prime Minister. We're going back to just knowing who the enemies are from the outset, but being a typical revival of some enemy after 2,000 years makes me a little bit not really excited about these guys. They appear to be your common Sentai baddie, especially since they are just in-suit bad guys from what we are shown here. As I mentioned in previous KingOhger videos, the production staff for this outing are more or less their first time when it comes to helming a major project. The head writer is Minato Takano, who previously worked under the current head writer for Kamen Rider Geats, Yuya Takahashi, in previous shows such as X-Aid and 01. But, like I said before, this is his first major production as head writer. The lead director is Kazuya Kamihoriuchi, who previously worked on various Kamen Rider episodes starting with X-Aid up through Geats, with his previous Sentai experience coming from Ryusoulger. The composer for the series is Go Sakabe, who has done the OST for KyoRuger, ToQger, and 01. Overall, my expectations aren't through the roof regarding this season. I like to be optimistic, but since this is proving grounds for a lot of this production staff, I'll try not to be too hard on it. The thing is, given the peak fiction that was and is Down Bros, this show has a high bar that it's gonna have to come close to for me. What I'm not hoping for is that this show takes itself a little bit too seriously, or at least tries too hard. I'll honestly discuss this a lot more in detail on my Tokutonic livestream Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern along with my panelists. So what did you all think about the KingOhger reveal presser? How's that optimism? Who's your standout king? And are you even gonna give this show a watch? Anyway, that's it for me. I will see you all next time. Bye.